Hey everybody, it's Michael from Replica Airguns with another tabletop airsoft pistol review. Now, this gun has a lot of possible name configurations I could use, but I'm going to go with the EMG TTI STI Combat Master 2011 John Wick gas blowback airsoft pistol. And yes, that's a big name, but this gun it's like Lego pieces all put together. It encompasses so many different things that I kind of wanted to include them all so that if you're searching for it, hopefully that's going to bring it up in your search request and you'll be able to find this review. All right, this product is available in our Canada Replica Airgun store, which you can find over at replicaairguns.ca. I'll put links in the description so you can find it a little bit easier. Now, this airsoft pistol is a replica of the STI 2011 John Wick 3 pistol, so from the movie John Wick, the third one. It is a fully licensed with all trademarked pistol. It is a gas blowback semi-auto single action only pistol and is made with aluminum and polymer construction. Now I know the slide is CNC machined aluminum. I believe the frame is some sort of metal. I'm not 100% sure of that, but then you have some polymer parts on it as well. Now this gun uses green gas or propane. It shoots 6mm plastic airsoft BBs, and it has a 28 round full-size dropout metal magazine that of course holds the airsoft BBs and the gas. It weighs in at 2.4 pounds, which is 1,100 grams. The total length is 9.4 inches, which is 240 millimeters. And it has a fiber optic front sight with a fully adjustable rear sight. You're also going to find adjustable hop-up. Once you field strip this gun, you can get at that pretty easy. This gun is claimed to have a 370 FPS velocity using 0.20 gram BBs. And it does have a grip safety along with ambidextrous thumb safeties. You'll see that it has nice textured grips with a serrated two-tone slide, and I'll talk a little bit more about that when I show you around. It also has skeletonized trigger and hammer with the flared magwell and extended magazine release. You also have a rail on this pistol if you want to add some sort of accessory. And this gun is distributed by EMG International out of Taiwan. I'm just going to quickly show you the box. It's not that exciting really. You have the EMG there, International, and then you have the Terran Tactical Innovations licensing. Right, it says to wear cool shades. You can see that, got to be 18 plus. I guess don't, wave it around, get shot. Yeah, that's kind of neat. I guess something, what does it say? Improper conduct. Yeah, so basically you wave it around like that and then that might happen to you. All right, read the instructions, put it in a case, 6mm blowback action. And there you have the 370 FPS with 0.20 gram BBs for Canada and US import. That's pretty much it. There's not really much inside that I can show you. It does have sort of a plastic liner set up to fit this pistol. Inside the box, you have these two cards. I believe this is for your licensing, right? So those are holograms. At least that's what it looks like to me. Yeah, they're holograms. And then you have these scan portions here where you can get your instructions. Not sure why they have two, but you can try either one to see if you can find the instructions for your gun. I haven't looked them up. Haven't even looked at the instructions, so there's no actual instructions in the box. You also have this little Allen key, this little tiny guy, and this is for the guide rod, okay? Because the guide rod is kind of two pieces. You have to break it apart to take the barrel out if you want to do that, remove the barrel, which I had to do. I took the barrel out because I wanted to remove the red tip. And so I had to take the barrel out and soak it in really hot water, basically boiling water, to remove that tip a little bit easier. So at this point, let's take a look around the gun. It's such a beautiful pistol, it really is. So I want to get in here nice and close. All right, so you can see here we've got branding. Now, look at the slide. I want to show you this. You see how you have the matte version of the slide? And then you have like what looks like a polished, almost like a black chrome, okay? So that really brings out the aluminum slide. We've also got the serrations all through the slide with the porting here. Okay, it has this rose gold barrel. You'll notice it might look a little scratched up because, taking those red interior or the red tips out can be a little bit hard. But I didn't manage to destroy it too much, so it still looks pretty good. But that's a really nice rose gold barrel. Goes right back to the basically the breech area. Okay, recessed barrel. There's that nice optical front sight, fiber optic sight. And then you have a nice fully adjustable rear sight. You can see you've got your windage and elevation. There are no dots on the back sight. Have the skeletonized hammer, okay? And you have the skeletonized trigger It's a really nice trigger. You've got texturing, you know, on the front here as well. Maybe just for when you're holding it, I'm not sure. You've got these really nice grips, okay? And this huge, super long mag release. Now you can take this off. If you find it's a bit too long, you can remove it, because when you put this down on the table, it actually ejects the magazine just because it puts the weight on there and ejects the magazine. But I like the way it looks. But you could take it off. I believe you can replace it with existing ones. But watch this. If I put it down, the magazine comes out, okay? So basically, it's because it's resting on the magazine release. That makes sense, right? You have this really nice flared mag well, okay? Makes putting the magazine in super easy. You really can't miss. You also have a flaring here that makes it easy to grab here with your thumb. You got that indent, okay, on both sides. You also have, you'll notice here, you have STI markings on the bottom of the mag well, and you have this Texas area right here, which is pretty cool because this gun, originally the STI 1911, is a Texas-made gun, or at least designed there. Okay, let's take a look at the other side. All right, you have your Combat Master, your 9x19. So this gun was, now it's a high-pressure 9x19. The original gun would have been a high-pressure style bullet, a 9x19 bullet, but a really high-pressure version that would be similar, or would have similar power to a 45, or at least foot-pound energy with that type of round. So that's what the round was made for, this gun, for the real steel version. Okay, you do have a working grip safety. I think I mentioned that already. You do have these ambidextrous safeties, and they're nice. They're really hard, well, not really hard, but they don't just fall into place. You really know, and you can hear it click when you do that. You've got your 2011, you got your Texas STI there as well, okay. Nice full stainless steel guide rod. It is 2 parts, and I will field strip this gun in a second. Might as well do that now. I'll just show you the mag first though. So nice beefy double stack magazine. I believe it holds 28 rounds. I've seen other reviews where they say 31, so we'll find out when I do the field test shooting video. But it's going to be in the, you know, the high 20s to low 30s. Probably, we'll say 30 rounds. Okay. All right, so let's field strip this gun. It's your typical 1911. You got to push the side catch out. Right, so you push it up from the side. Gun just comes apart. Okay. And this has got a lot of weight. I think the barrel has a significant amount of weight. Your guide rod has a significant amount of weight. So you'll see it's 2 pieces, right? So when I show you this, hopefully you can see this. You'll see there's like a little break in it. Okay, and there's that little screw right there. It's an Allen key screw. And this is 2 pieces, so you have to take that out and remove this piece to remove the barrel. It's just the way it is, okay? But it is fully adjustable. You got your hop up on your barrel. Okay, a lot of weight here. Stainless steel guide rod. You know, sort of this, I believe it's probably, this is an anodized barrel, so it's really nice. You can see all the texturing and everything in it. I don't know if you can get in here close enough to see that. Hard to focus that close, but really nice. Okay. Even the frame has a fair bit of weight to it. There's not much going on here. It's pretty, you know, it's all cut out, obviously. There's not really just your trigger group in there and your hammer. But it does have decent weight because it is a metal frame, but it's not an overly heavy gun for its size. I wouldn't say it's super heavy. 2.4 pounds, I believe. That isn't crazy at all in my books. Okay, let's put the back together here. Okay, so the slide just sounds so awesome. It just has just the right amount of spring tension. Okay, we'll just show you some blowback here. The trigger, just to give you an idea, like there's just like literally almost no take up. Should be ready to go here. Oh, didn't have the grip safety quite in there. It just wants to, just barely any. The reset's right there. Here it come back. Right? So beautiful trigger, nice and light and crisp for sure. All right, let's go over some of the pros and the cons and we'll wrap up this review. Again, it has that super crisp, light and short single action only trigger. The fit and finish is excellent with very little slide wiggle. I didn't really show you that, but let's take a quick look. Not much at all. It's really nice. Now, it's an extremely close replica of the custom STI 2011 pistol used in the John Wick 3 movie. You're going to find that rear sight, even though it's fully adjustable, it's not too bulky. I've seen some pretty bulky adjustable rear sights on some of these kind of rail type style guns. And again, you have that fiber optic front sight, which helps for quicker target acquisitions. I love the CNC machined two-tone aluminum slide with the metal frame, and that rose gold barrel just looks really nice. Find that the brighter gold, the more yellow gold, just doesn't really look nearly as nice as this rose gold, which is a bit darker, closer to a sort of a more brown type gold. And it has that nice full-size, high-capacity 28-round double-stack magazine. And I like the ambidextrous thumb safeties and that working grip safety as you would expect on a 1911 based gun. Now most of the mechanical parts, as you would expect, work just like the real steel version and can be easily field stripped to access the hop-up. Now the blowback action and the slide is just nice and crisp. It has an awesome sound to it. This is going to be great for action shooting for sure. And I like that you're going to find full licensing all over this gun, true to the real steel version again. All right, just a few cons. Now our versions came with the red tip kind of glued into the barrel, but they can be removed fairly easily. Now they don't thread in, so you're not going to want to turn it. You're going to want to heat that plastic up until it gets nice and hot and warm and flexible. And then you're kind of going to want to just pull it out of the barrel. It should be pliable and you can kind of pinch it and then pull it out. At least that's how it worked for me. Now because that guide rod is two-piece, you will have to use an Allen key to split it if you plan on removing the barrel for some reason. So don't lose that little screw. If you unscrew it a bit too much, it will fall out and can get lost super easy. I almost lost mine, so trust me on that one. I wasn't sure if this review was going to happen, to be honest, but I did find the screw. Now there aren't any dots on the rear sight, but I still find it pretty easy to line up that fiber optic sight in the front. Still kind of would have been nice to have something on the back. All right, again, I want to remind you this gun is available in our Canada replica airgun store. When we do have it in stock, it's really popular. So if it's not in stock, make sure to check back and hopefully we'll have it restocked for you guys. Also check out our other products in our Canada and US replica airgun stores over at replicaairguns.ca and replicaairguns.us for Canada and the US, where we have air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, and other accessories. Come on down to replicaairguns.com where I have articles, post reviews, usually additional photos, and sometimes some other information that I might have missed out in the video. So check out the link in the description of this video. And again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe before you head out. Also check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Username is Replica Airguns. All right, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.